Like to take a small interview from my couple, Nadia and Jamin. And particularly, I have the question from Jamin, since we have a good experience with you. I was going to ask you, how do you think you corresponded with several ladies before you came? But how do you think, was that, how effective that was, and what correspondence is good for? How do you think?
Correspondence worked really well for an introduction to figure out what you or the lady wants out of life.
Okay, because out of all those ladies as whom you've been talking to, Nadia caught your eyes immediately.
Yes.
And there was no even, do you remember how it worked?
Yes, it's quite fascinating because you mentioned to me once that if you go through a matchmaker program, 90-some-odd% of the chance you'll end up with one of those rather than one you pick yourself. And as an American man, I find that it challenged me because naturally as a man we think, oh, I can do a better job. So I took my friend's advice when I told him about what you told me. And he said it'd be wise to do both. And I did that, and you were absolutely right. Your matchmaking skills and watching you interact through the whole process, it blew me away.
Oh, thank you very much. I do my best, you know.
It was phenomenal, and you did a much better job than I did, so I was humbled very quickly.
Well, that is what the service is created for, because mostly people, they cannot deliver themselves such a good service.
Yes, and having gone through that firsthand, I would tell any guy out there, sure, correspond, enjoy it, see how far you can get, but absolutely go through a matchmaker program because, somebody who's very professionally trained like you in psychology and everything, you can best make people
thank you very much.
Skills.
Thank you very much.
And it made it so much easier, and we hit it off right away. And
I think so. I'm also very pleased with how it worked. What can you say about other parts of the matchmaking program? What was difficult? What was challenging? What was most pleasant?
The most challenging was to have to go into a date with very critical thinking.
Yes, I remember. You remember we made this task.
Yes.
It was your homework to be critical.
Yes, what were the good and all the very bad things about the date. But if you do that, you will get a lot out of it. And it's very essentially the process of elimination.
Now I have to ask you, since you are not the person whose natural way of thinking is critical, you are mostly a benevolent person.
Oh, yeah.
Was that hard to start thinking critically, or when you think that it may be a virtue, then you can do it?
It was hard at first, but once I realized the importance of it, and you're literally cutting out all the potential bad matches that don't match for you, even though those girls were very good quality. Then it was easy. Then it became, I looked forward to it because the better I became at it, the quicker I would find my future wife.
Well, this is reasonable. That's what it's all done for, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, Jamin, and thank you, Nadezhda.
Thank you very much.
I'm looking forward to have fun on your wedding party.